It's nice to see you again. It's been a while. Welcome to this new video of mine. I hope you like it. I look weird. I want to say, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. No, I have no right to say this because I haven't been posting in a while. But anyway, a lot of you have been asking about my journey with being diagnosed with ADD, and you want to know where I am right now. So I'm gonna do just that. The first thing that I want to say is more of a disclaimer. If you haven't been diagnosed with ADD, and you can sometimes be anxious and be depressed, I would look into really, but for any reason, always get diagnosed by a professional, because some symptoms of ADD are also symptoms of anxiety and depression, like difficulty managing your time, oversleeping, or insomnia, having a hard time concentrating on the tasks at hand, or having difficulty managing your life and your responsibilities and your tasks. These symptoms, have many causes. So yes, be sure that you get diagnosed and look into anxiety and depression to be sure that it's really ADD. I've been very impressed by the number of you who are interested in this because you're going through being diagnosed with ADD too, and I think it's impressive the number of you out there who go through the same thing that I'm going through. It's kind of weird. If you have ADD, then good for you. It's fun. One thing with me though is that I do struggle with huge anxiety. So it is almost impossible for me to isolate ADD and its tips and tricks, because to me, anxiety and ADD are intertwined together, and I have no idea which one of them makes me act a certain way. Uh, yes, but it's just difficult for me to really separate those two. To me, they coexist and they're like an entity in me. I'm not taking any medication. I've realized that taking medication makes me very, very jittery and anxious, and maybe it's just a side effect, but I believe that I have a mild ADD, but a huge anxiety. But that is just me. So if I had to take medication, I would lean towards an anti-anxiety medication more than a medication for my ADD. So because of that, I've really picked up some tricks to help me manage my life, even though I'm not, medicated, because it can get a little harder. Disclaimer, I still, like, when I have to go to the groceries, to me, like, my whole day is booked. I'm still not super productive. First tip would be using Google Calendar, um, and writing down everything that you do on it, just to remember when you're productive and what you've done and when was the last time you saw your friends and what was the last time you worked out. And if you work out, you don't have to. Uh, Anything that is important to you, write down what you're doing, because then when you struggle with ADD and have a bit of short-term memory emotionally and feel lonely or unproductive or ashamed, you can look at your Google Calendar and remember everything that you've done and realize that sometimes your emotions are not really representative of reality. I would do that. It helps me come back to a sane place when I feel sort of lost or whatever. I would obviously write down anything that you have to do, like anything that you have to do immediately in your Google Calendar. Be it paying something, like the last date to pay something, or an appointment that you want to make, or the fact that you want to see your mom, or the fact that you want anything. The fact that you need to go buy coffee, or that you really wanted to go to Starbucks, or that you've been wanting to explore a certain place for months. Write everything down. It can feel tiring me telling it to you right now, but not with the second tip, which is creating a routine. Now, I hate routines, and if you're like me, I get you. So take ownership of your routine. Make it something that you love. To me, it is every morning looking at my calendar, obviously, and answering some questions on two different apps, one that follows my cycle and one that follows my moods, and drinking a large glass of water. Um, and that's pretty much it. And I have one for my night, which is, flossing my teeth and taking a shower, because I can forget all of that, and brushing my teeth and washing my face, whatever it is. Just do a routine that every morning and every night you do, and prepare what you have to use the next day during the night, or you don't even have to do that. But just create yourself a fun little routine that you love and that makes you feel a little more in control with your life. So that with the calendar, it's perfect to manage your life. Then the last tip, which is important, it has to do with your relationships with others and your relationship with yourself and your relationship with life. It is to accept your reality. And that applies to anyone who is dealing with a mental illness. We are a small percentage, even if people who struggle with anxiety, let's say there are 18% of people that I've read. So that still makes 82% of people who have no idea what anxiety is. And when you struggle with ADD, I think it's between 4 to 11% that they guess of adults who are dealing with ADD. So that's a lot of people. That's like 90% of people who don't even know what ADD is. So give yourself a break. If you're different in the inside, obviously your life will be different. To ask yourself anything but that is just really mistreating yourself. Life is more than just doing and accomplishing and succeeding and having goals. Life is also about how you feel, and especially for us dealing with mental illness, feeling in a good place of peace and serenity and energy is extremely difficult. So comparing yourself to the majority who have no idea what you're dealing with is really a disservice to yourself, not even to others, just to yourself. So I would suggest not doing that, and I would really suggest, strongly suggest, to reach out to your loved ones and really explain that to them, how few of us are dealing with it, and that it's obvious that perhaps your life will look different and that you maybe will have to lean on their support a little bit, but being really open about your experience with the ones that you love and you're comfortable with, I think is extremely beneficial. Don't keep it a secret, don't keep it to yourself, and really accept that maybe you won't do anything amazing with your life, but so what? This is your life first, and really focus on looking for your happiness before you even think about doing anything else. That was my video. That's pretty much how I'm managing my life right now. It's not much, but it's helping me. It's still not perfect, my life, not at all. Don't think it will ever be, because I'll deal with these things all my life. But yeah, I have much more wisdom to offer. Obviously, I will do many more videos on one typology. I want to also add Enneagram and archetypes because I think they're very interesting, but also on sort of philosophy on how life is supposed to be and what that philosophy does to me, which means making me a little happier. So watch out for those videos. If you're interested, subscribe. Obviously, I'm really going to try and pass through my anxiety of recording videos and trying to be perfect and push that away and really show up every week here and, do something for someone else other than me, because it's very important to do that with your life. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped you a little bit and answered your questions. If you want to comment, please do. I read all of your comments. So, have a nice week. Thank you.